Have you ever had a flat tire? How about two flat tires? I'm raising my hand right now because I just had that happen this week. And I'm going to share with you 3 lessons that I learned in my 3.5 hours on the side of the road.
The goal here is to learn how to treat your mind and body like a professional athlete. Welcome to Mind Your Body. I'm Dr. Audra Lance. I'm a doctor of chiropractic who specializes in treating sports and non-surgical injuries, anything that involves muscles and joints. I treat big-name celebrities and professional athletes. Most of my patients refer to me as the witch doctor because they can't explain any other way their pain was removed that quickly. I hate cooking, but I do love wine and don't even think about giving me anything that involves ketchup because I will not eat it. Every episode of this show is designed to help you move better, live better, and feel better. Now let's go do this thing.
Oh my gosh, what a morning. So I have this thing. I get super anxious and worried that I forgot something. I always think the candle's still lit in the house, and some mornings I have to turn around and go check. Probably because I've almost burnt the house down 3 times, but that's besides the point. I still get that panic. Another panic I get is that I forgot the stuff I need for work, even though I know it's in the back and everything else. So the other day, I was driving and I needed to check because I was just having a super anxious morning. There were so many things going on, so many balls in the air. I'm trying to make decisions on things. I'm trying to follow up on things. I'm trying to do it all, superwoman it. And I started panicking. Oh my gosh, what if I forgot something? Even though I fully checked it. So I pulled it in this little parking lot, checked in my trunk, and of course had everything. Get going again, get on the highway, and then all of a sudden, ding, 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 ding. My tire pressure, I look down, it's like at 14, the front right tire. Pull over, it's down to 3. And then the back tire's at 14. I somehow either hit a pothole, who knows, ran over something, and just slashed my right tires. And as I'm pulling over, I'm like, oh my gosh. So first, call my husband crying a little bit, and he's already in Mississippi for work. And I knew I'd be fine. It's just like that frustration, especially when you're super anxious. I know you feel me. And you're just like, oh my gosh, here we go. My schedule's about to fall apart. And I just feel bad, like having to reschedule on people. So step 1, let the people know who I was headed to. Not sure I'm going to make it. 2, luckily have roadside assistance, called them. But then they can't understand where I'm at. They need an address. And I'm just trying to explain, I don't have an address. I'm between a split on a highway with semis going by. I don't know what to tell you. So that took longer than necessary. And then when they finally do figure it out, they put me an hour and a half away from where I am so that I have to call the company they connected with me with. Because of course I need some like kind of tow truck to put it on because you can't just change the tire. Hey, I'm actually not there. I'm here. And he started laughing. He's like, of course. So I guess this is a common thing that occurs. I didn't know. So, I'm sitting there and just thinking. And then the rest of the day goes on and everything. And it's so interesting. A couple things I've learned. First, wow, talk about a message and being forced to slow down. Holy crap. I was go, 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 go. And I had no choice. I couldn't even change the tire and keep going. And not that I know how to change tire, but there was a lot of people that offered to come change my tire, which I'm very grateful for. Sometimes we need to just slow down and think and breathe. And this kind of goes back to your body. If you don't take the time to rest, restore, heal it, do what you're supposed to do, maybe that's some mobility work. Maybe that is a little bit more strengthening. Maybe that's just freaking breathing into your butthole and slowing down to recover and sleep. Your body will force you, whether that's a sickness or an injury. I'm sure a lot of you are nodding right now because it's happened to you. It's pretty common. And when it's something I see all day, like there's some patterns of that stuff that comes out and it's very interesting. So If you haven't already downloaded the free 3-part Breathe Out Attention series, that's just ludicrous because I'm about to make them cost something. So please, for your benefit, it will help you slow down. Go download them at mytrainingroom.co and you will get prompted of how to breathe correctly, and it'll help relax you and slow you down. So slow down, people, or somehow it's going to happen. And it might not be the way you want it to be. So you might not be able to just relax in bed. It might be something that hurts you and makes you slow down a little bit more. Lesson 2. Who supports you? And do you let them? So this could be, let's just talk about my situation. I couldn't believe the amount of people who were supporting me and wanted to come help me, wanted to try to change the tire or drive me somewhere. I was talking to a client after, and they're like, and then did you know there's still a rental car shortage? I didn't realize that. And I had to call 5 places because they were out of rental cars. And I had so many clients just be like, why didn't you let me know? We would have let you borrow a car. I mean, just also from the people you wouldn't even think of. And it's just so cool. Sometimes I think some of that happens just to realize, to show that you have support. And there are so many people, even some of the people you least expect, that will surround you and support you and help you without expectation of something in return or that you owe them something. So let's apply this to your body. You need a support system a lot of times, and that could be anyone from a massage therapist to a therapist, someone that does what I do and what our office does. You can't do it alone. I mean, I guess I could have learned how to change a tire, but what would I have done with, I had 2. I didn't have an extra. Come on. So even if I knew how to change a tire, I still would have needed people to help me. So be open. I think some of us try, I call it superwoman it and win. But I think a lot of us have that mentality of we're independent. We can do it ourselves. We don't want to owe anyone anything. I think that. I got this. I'm capable. But we're human. We want to help people. Other people want to be helpful to you. So let them. And find a team that supports you with your goals, whether that's getting out of chronic pain, managing chronic pain, preventing a surgery, recovering from a surgery, increasing performance, running faster, being able to do that marathon, being able to not pee your pants, all the things. We all need support, and let people help you. And finally, lesson 3, show up. Yes, show up to get support, but also later that day, of course, I got everything figured out. Thank goodness. Knew I would. I wasn't hurt, whatever. So I put people, rescheduled my week. So I still kept working that day. And it was a little later than I normally work because I had to add those people on. And they knew what happened because I was missing their appointments while I was on the side of the road. And they go to me, how are you in such a good mood after what happened to you today? Like, I wouldn't be in that good a mood. And I just kind of looked at them and I was like, well, this isn't about me right now. This is your appointment. We are trying to help you. I am showing up for you right now. This is not me. And sometimes that's what you need to do. You just have to show up. And of course I was able to talk about it, but you got to show up and keep moving forward. And yes, you can work through it and everything, but just show up. Show up for you. Show up for your people. Show up for your kids. Show up for your dog. Whatever it may be, show up. Sometimes that's the hardest part. And once you start going, everything else becomes easier. So there you have it. There's my 3 life lessons from getting 2 flat tires this week. And I hope you enjoyed them. And I hope you're able to apply them to your life and to your body and all the things. I would love, love, love for you to share this episode to someone who needs it and tap those 5 stars. Toodaloo.
Now, if you want to do something really special for me and got a lot out of this episode, go leave a 5-star written review of the show on Apple Podcast. And if you're a Spotify listener, just tap the 5 stars. To submit any of your health questions to the show, simply DM me on Instagram at Dr. Audra Lance. And don't worry, all your questions will be kept strictly anonymous. So send me all your embarrassing questions. And don't forget, breathe into your butthole. Toodaloo!